Are you feeling a lot of anxiety at your job? Are you questioning whether or not this is the right place for you? Stay tuned. This is going to be a great episode for you guys.
Awaken the leader inside. Follow the path of leadership. Never give up. Never stop trying. Get up. Believe in yourself. Not every day is going to be easy, but you got to challenge yourself. You need courage. Be ready. Stop waiting for it to happen. Go make it happen. Harness the power within. You were destined to be a leader. Follow the path of leadership. Awaken the leader inside.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Dave Rubalcava, and I'm your host here at Awaken the Leader Inside, a show dedicated to your leadership journey. Remember, you are never alone. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode. So, great topic, you guys. How many of you guys out there, let's see, show of hands, how many of you guys out there have ever felt a high level of anxiety, sitting in the parking lot, waiting to go into work, questioning why, oh my, why am I going into this job that I hate right now? Or maybe it's just been a bad week and I'm just like, I just don't want to go in there. I find myself thinking about that because that's happened to me many times in my career. Sometimes it's with companies that I really enjoyed, just what was going on at the moment, or maybe there was a huge deadline or something. And you have those moments where you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling a lot of anxiety, you're feeling a lot of pressure. And, I want to give you some advice, and I'm going to give you some advice on how to manage that. But first, you have to understand where it's coming from. So what I want to talk about with you guys is that, let me just be blunt about it. If you're feeling a lot of anxiety and you're feeling a lot of frustration, that is never going to be healthy for you, man. And I'm going to tell you why. At some point, you will make a mistake because of it. And it could be a costly mistake. I'm talking about the mistake where you get angry and explode on the wrong person, and now you're getting fired, or now you're on a final warning for different things. So that you have to understand that those feelings are normal, right? But you can't allow them to dictate your actions. And so I've made those mistakes, and I've shared it with you before. I've made those mistakes where I've just kind of imploded and just started letting it out, and probably destroyed some of my peer-to-peer relationships. And then I'm sure my boss was like, this guy is unstable early in my career, But I want to tell you that you have to recognize that it's not healthy, right? And so you got to think about your options, where do you go with this? And I'm going to share this from a very, very personal standpoint, because I've experienced that many of times. And like I said, I've done it the right way and I've done it the wrong way. Now, as much as you feel, and I want you guys to hear me out on this, as much as you feel like you don't have a voice because of what's happening, I want you to know that you always do. Whether you choose to exercise it or not, that's up to you. A lot of us choose not to exercise that because we're more afraid of the consequence of voicing that action, even or voicing those concerns, even within a professional, setting and with professional parameters. We're afraid of what might happen. So instead, we hold on to it. And I'm going to tell you something about life, man. I'm going to give you a life nugget right here. That never ends well for you. Carrying those, I call them it's like rocks, you have a backpack and someone kind of fills it with rocks and rocks and rocks. So those are those things that start to wear you down, physically, mentally, emotionally. And over time, it's going to break down your level of happiness and your level of being feel like you're valued. And for a lot of people, we struggle with this because we don't like conflict, right? I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, I don't mind conflict because I'm okay with dealing with that. That's kind of the world that I've lived in, where I have to, manage conflict and resolve conflict. So I live in a world of conflict. But I recognize that a lot of people don't feel comfortable with conflict, don't feel comfortable voicing their opinion. But I want to tell you something, if you are not happy or you feel frustrated, there is always a channel for you. There's always a channel to talk with somebody else, talk with one of your peers, but here's what I want to share with you. At the end of the day, you're going to have to talk to the person that matters. You're going to have to talk to the person who is the gatekeeper at some point, because if you don't, and you choose not to, and you choose to share it with the wrong person, it's going to put you in a light that doesn't necessarily put you in a positive one, right? It's going to put you in a light where they hear a different version of what's going on. And at the end of the day, and I've seen this time and time again, your direct leader or supervisor is only going to hear that you're not happy. That's it. Like, they're not going to hear your frustrations. They're not going to hear your plans that you think that you can improve things. All they hear is that you're not happy. And when most people, and I'm talking about a lot of people that I've met, they take that in a negative way and automatically close a door to you. And then things just get more difficult for you. So what I'm saying is that at some point you're going to have to demonstrate courage. At some point you're going to have to be brave and say, I'm not happy with what's going on. And I'll give you an example of saying, you know what? I love this company. I love like what you guys do, but right now where I'm at, I'm just not happy. And, sometimes you share the reasons why. Sometimes you may take a more, political, because you don't want to throw people under the bus. But at the end of the day, you're not happy. And that happens to so many people out there, you guys. You guys are not alone. It happens to a lot of people. The thing is, how do you get past that? And I think where we all get kind of stuck, or maybe we're scared, is to have that honest conversation. But you have to do it. Like, it is uncomfortable. It is scary. But if you don't say something, how will you ever know that you have other options? Because I think a lot of people, their first choice is like, you know what? Screw this. I'm out of here. I'm going to go look for another job and blah, blah, blah. But you never learn to deal with the issue, because you may go into another job that has the same exact problem. What are you going to do? So if you're not comfortable having those uncomfortable conversations, just to say, hey, look, these are my goals. This is what I want to do with my career. This is where I'm kind of at, and they kind of don't match. And, I'm not happy right now, or I'm not feeling like I'm doing what I can do to help this company. I feel like I'm just doing something that's keeping me busy that you guys need from me, but I don't feel like I'm growing. I don't feel like it's something that I want to continue to do. What are my options? That is a tough conversation, guys, but just as easily as I shared that with you on the fly, that can happen. And then you have some sense of dialogue. You have some sense of, at least I put it out there. You're not worried about the what ifs. You got to let it out to the right person. And then you have to find out what your options are. At the end of the day, if they say, sorry, I can't help you, that's what we hired you for. I'm sorry. Well, then now you have an answer. Now you have a choice. Now you know that there's nowhere to go. There's nothing else for you to do. Now you can make an informed decision. That is the most important thing, is that you're learning how to make an informed decision, not based on emotion, but based on information, so that you can make a better decision that fits your situation, and you can do something that you think is right. Is it scary? Hell yeah. Is it like unnerving sometimes? Hell yeah. But what other options do you have? Stay miserable, be quiet, don't say anything, stay miserable, and just pretend like everything's okay until one day you're going to lose it. It's going to happen, you guys. It has happened to all of us. At some point, you just can't contain it, and then that's when problems arrive. And then from that point on, you don't have options anymore. You don't have any options to move when you become a problem child. Just so you know, I've been on the other end where I'm like, that person, nope, we're not moving them, because, they got into it with a customer the other day. I don't trust their judgment. I'm not going to move them. We're going to performance them out. It's the reality of business, reality of the world. But if you're honest and sincere and show genuine concern about what's going on, and genuine concern that you want to do something and you want to help your company, then you got to have that conversation. And, that's the hard part. So I just want to give you that one piece of advice, guys. If you feel anxiety going into work every day, there's something wrong. But you got to do something about it. You got to use the right channels. You got to reach out to people. And I know it's scary, but it's something you have to do. Otherwise, you're going to continue to increase that stress exponentially over the next couple of months. So when we start to recognize our own happiness, man, it piles on really fast after that, because then you recognize that you're not happy and things start to stand out. Conversations start to bother you. People start to bother you. The environment starts to, and it just like compiles. I don't know why, but it's like once you recognize how you feel, it just goes downhill really fast. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. If you are having situations like that, reach out to me. Reach out to me, you know, at David at Awaken the Leader Inside, social media, YouTube, whatever, man. Just reach out to me so that we can maybe talk about it, because I think that if you don't have that balance, if you don't have that feeling of being at peace when you're at work, guys, it's not a good place to be in. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect your health. Trust me, I'm talking from experience. It is going to affect you in so many different ways. And I'm sure if you ask the people around you if it's changed you in different ways, they're going to tell you yes. Your loved ones, your family, they're going to tell you that it's starting to affect you. Those are all the signs, man. And listen to your body. I know this sounds really weird, but listen to your body. When your body is feeling with anxiety and all that, that's a red flag. It's a red flag that you got to make a change in life, or you got to make a change in your position, or you got to do something to get back that level of balance. But you have control. You have to make decisions to get back control if you're stuck in a bad situation. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Always remember to awaken the leader inside. Until next time, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell on the top, right? Now it's time to get to work, and let's make it happen.